The next. The Simpsons has just been renewed by Fox for an unprecedented 29th and 30th season. On
2 more
Friday.
years?
2 more years.
You think 30 is going to be the magic number? You think they're going to hang it up?
No.
Probably not.
It might be jaded and cynical of me, but so long as the writers don't threaten them, don't walk, it's kind of an Aqua Teen situation where they spent all but the first 2 seasons of that show. The writers tried to get Cartoon Network to cancel the show.
Is that why they got so weird and awesome?
Uh-huh.
The Moonanites.
They were trying to do anything and lowering the quality of their writing, even just trying to get Cartoon Network to cancel them so they could work on something else.
My dad totally owns a dealership. Sorry.
That would explain why I never liked Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh, yeah. It's a great show. 30 years of Simpsons.
30 years. It'll bring the show to 669 episodes, becoming the largest number of episodes for any scripted TV show, breaking the record held by Gunsmoke that aired 635 episodes.
BS. Doctor Who has over 888 episodes.
Doctor Who doesn't count
That
because
keeps
Doctor Who has
breaking
different
up.
doctors.
That's...
It's not continuous.
But no, it's one continuous continuity. Every
It's not
single
American.
episode in the entire 800-plus episode run is the same story.
What about
Not
soap
American.
operas? Is it not counting shows that started as radio shows and then transitioned to TV shows? Because what was it? Bold and the Beautiful? Well, I had like 30 years, 40, 50 years on television.
Well,
yeah, but
the
those
Simpsons
are
coming up on
dailies,
30.
though. Those aren't weeklies. I think they're making a distinction between those.
Maybe
Gotcha.
maybe that would be it, and then maybe Doctor because Doctor Who's had gaps.
Yeah, there was
Sure.
like between the 70s and the 90s, there was just like this 20-year period where they just hung it up for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. But they also may just not be counting British stuff as well.
Maybe that might be
Because by
true.
American weekly standards, I would not be surprised if Simpsons is the top of the
Yeah.
pile there. But I think the Simpsons' like true glory days are behind them, and yet every season has at least a couple of really awesome episodes. So as long as they keep up that rate of occasional awesomeness, then let them go as long as they want.
Speaking of, this is a series that has produced a movie that made more than 500 million.
500 million that movie made.
Theme parks, countless yellow merchandise,
a great Lego set.
and an online video site that showcases each and every episode.
Is it free?
I am not aware.
Somebody leave a comment to that online video site. I'm totally down to listen to Simpsons episodes in the background while I edit
I can
video.
find all the Treehouse of Terrors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Treehouse of Terrors. That's right. We just
Yep.
had Halloween.
It's been dubbed the greatest TV show ever, studied in universities, and has won 32 Emmys.
I disagree that it's the greatest TV show ever. That is Battlestar Galactica.
It's been called
new
the
one.
greatest.
the new one.
It's been on air since 1989, and it still brings in solid ratings for Fox.
It's true.
I will reserve judgment on the greatest TV show ever until Game of Thrones ends.
Fair enough. Still Battlestar Galactica. All right, what's next?
I would agree with you if I didn't have so many issues with the last 5 episodes. I love the series until the last 5 episodes, and then I feel like the writers just did not
Of
know how
BSG?
to wrap it up. Yeah.
It's hard to wrap up. Deep Space Nine had the same problem. It was
Don't
hard to
get me
wrap
started on
up.
Deep Space Nine.
I love Deep Space Nine.
I love it until the final season where
Benjamin
I think
Sisko is my favorite captain.
completely loses it. The finale of Deep Space Nine is the most unsatisfying finale of any TV show, except for maybe The X-Files.
Or Enterprise, because there wasn't really a finale. They got canceled.
Wait, the original X-Files or this last season that they did last year?
Either.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of
Ty, what's your greatest TV show?
my greatest, you mentioned it. I actually love Enterprise. He's as
Been a
my,
long
it's my personal favorite Star Trek series.
Scott Bakula, he's great.
He is awesome. Captain
He's great.
Archer.
I've not actually watched Enterprise. It's the only Star Trek I haven't seen, mostly because I was so offended by that stupid theme song.
It's a terrible theme song.
I've had a lot of people tell me that it's great, and I've heard enough people tell me that now that I'm finally starting to think
You got to
about
get to
watching
like
it.
episode 5 though, because the
Yeah.
first couple episodes they had a hard time figuring out like, oh, should we just make this all about how hot T'Pol is?
But yeah, sell me on it.
The thing is, it got its bad reputation because of a small group of fans who were extremely upset about minor changes, like you got the first encounters with the Romulans.
Tell him, Steve Dave. Sorry.
And things like that is really what just pissed so many people off. And from there, it grew, and nobody actually stopped. Oh, I heard it wasn't any good, so I didn't watch it. It's really good. It answers a whole lot of questions about how technologies and how things started. And you see, through the 5 years of the show, you see advancements. You see the Federation come to be. You see all the stuff that was never really explained anywhere ever.
That's true, because there's a lot of Starfleet history and lore that's hinted at in all of the series that never really gets explored that much.
Right. Though Star Trek has an expanded universe, it's just not as popular of an expanded universe as Star Wars.
And the Star Trek EU, it takes place from Kirk's time up, with the
EU?
exception. Yeah, it's
Expanded
expanded universe.
Sorry.
There's no expanded universe stuff before the original series, because Paramount and the writers and all for Star Trek are very stingy with their licensing, and they refuse to yield even the slightest bit of original timeline in licensing. So it's either after all the shows or
that's just it.
Yeah.
After all the shows.
Well, while we're talking about Star Trek, I have to give a shout out to the most recent movie, Star Trek Beyond, which I loved. It just came out on Blu-ray. I thought it was by far the best Star Trek movie since Star Trek 6: The Undiscovered Country. I felt like it completely captured everything I loved about the original series.
We'll do a screening here at the house on the big projector.
It's awesome. Because I know people have issues with the remake series, and I know
do.
Star Trek Into Darkness. I liked it more than some fans, but I acknowledge their complaints about it. Star Trek Beyond throws, it skips over every problem that you might have had with the remakes. I feel like it really captures everything that made people love Star Trek in the first place. It's beautifully done.
I don't know, because the problem I really had, especially with Into Darkness, where Abrams
Into Darkness
really
is the
made it on
second
my
one,
hit
right?
list. About 20 minutes into it, during the attack.
No spoilers.
Yeah,
What's next?
that's where they lost me.
On that note,
But don't let the failure of that movie put you off at this one, because it's so good.
we're gonna
So
screen
good.
it. We'll screen it. All right, what's next?